Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Engelbaum, is the VA too bureaucratic?
I think federal government as a whole is the definition of bureaucracy.
There are obviously places where we can create efficiencies and deliver services to veterans better than what we...
There absolutely are. There absolutely are in any large organization, but especially, look, I can't be part of the VA because I'm dedicated to the mission and our veteran, but I know, and after speaking with a lot of folks, many of them, employees, veterans, there is a lot of bureaucracy there. We can do better. We will do better. We need to leverage. We need to flatline our management. We need to flatline organizations. We need to streamline mission. We need systems that can do what we need them to do. There's so much work that we have to do, and as we've proven, more and more people, more and more money is not the answer. It's not saying that we won't put the money in the people where we need them, but it's not the answer.
Yeah, I agree. How would the Restore VA Accountability Act improve the VA workforce by giving supervisors more authority?
There's nothing more disheartening to our workers themselves than having substandard employees around them. There's nothing, as everybody knows, that brings down an organization more by having employees that don't do what they need to do, and you're unable to either remove them, take disciplinary action, or it becomes so painful that they continue to exist. What happens is we rely more and more heavily on our top performers, on our middle performers, and don't get me wrong, we have so many dedicated employees in the VA, so many people that have dedicated their lives, veterans, non-veterans, spouses, you name it. The vast majority of good, hardworking folks that want to do well, but we have those that don't, and there's nothing that destroys an organization more, and those employees working next to them know who they are.
So
But
it's a
we
morale issue?
It's a morale issue, it's a performance issue, it's a workload issue. And we want to make sure that we have due process. That's really, really important. But we can't stymie leadership and management. And I always remind people, managers are part of that. They're employees too. We need to hold managers accountable. It's not an us versus them question. It's a matter of us as a team, and everybody at every level have to be held accountable.
Yeah. Mr. Montoya, Senator Moran has legislation on the agenda to improve community care provider scheduling. And Senator Hassan has legislation to improve internal VHA scheduling. Can you talk about how those two work together and what improvements would veterans trying to get appointments see if both of those bills were enacted?
Yeah, so thanks so much for the question, Senator. I think, I reflect on my time as a medical center director at 3 different stations, as well as my most recent experience in the field. And where I see external provider scheduling working is that it reduces the amount of time that it takes for a veteran to get an appointment scheduled in the community. So, for example, without external provider scheduling, it takes roughly 30 minutes for a veteran to get scheduled in the community. Whereas with EPS, it's actually about 7 minutes for that to happen. So it allows our scheduling staff, our team, to be more efficient as they're looking at the scheduling grids for other physicians in the community. So it really helps out, and the two work together in collaboration to make sure that we're providing that care.
Great. I hope we can get both of them done. Mr. Friel, what problems are you having disciplining veteran benefits claim agents today without any new legal authority?
Yes, Senator, thank you for that question. So one of the concerns we have is that we've all heard the claim sharks and all of that. Right now, the only authority we have is from the Office of General Counsel to send a cease and desist order. We have no other ramifications outside of that. They just change their business model and come back as someone new. So the ability to be able to actually prosecute people and take action against people who are basically frauding our veterans and abusing
like you have
them.
any authority other than a cease and desist
Cease and
letter?
desist, yes, sir.
Okay. What are the most common rules that claim agents or attorneys break?
So, okay. So one of the major rules is that for an initial claim, there should not be any fees charged, right? And we have these agencies that go in and they promise veterans that we will help you get a better, a good rating, and then they charge on the back end for, they take a part of their retroactive payment, they take part of what their change is over the course of a period of time, and they take money from our veterans who are entitled to that because of their level of disability.
Seems really gross, and I hope we can do something to correct down on it. Thank you very much. I yield back.